In this video, I'm going to be giving you an update on the Bay Ridge real estate market for the month of March 2023. So if you'd like to learn more, stay tuned. Hey there, my name is Chichi Aguoji. I'm a New York-based realtor with a focus on helping seniors and retirees sell their homes and find the best locations to retire. In this market update video, I'll be discussing 5 key metrics to give you a sense of what's going on in the Bay Ridge real estate market. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the first metric we'll be talking about is the number of new listings on the market. Now, as a homeowner or as someone who's interested in the Bay Ridge real estate market, you are interested in this metric because it lets you know the number of individuals who are interested in selling their home in Bay Ridge. Now, in March of 2023, there were 22 homeowners who put their Bay Ridge home on the market. And this number actually includes both single-family homes as well as multi-family homes. Now, we can take a look at this map to get a sense of where properties in Bay Ridge are being listed. And in blue are the single-family homes, in orange are the multi-family homes. And just by looking at this map, you can see that there are twice as many multi-family homes than single-family homes that were listed in Bay Ridge in March of 2023. Now, when we compare the prices of the homes that were listed in Bay Ridge in March of 2023 to those that were listed in March of 2022, we see that there's a $300,000 price differential, which means that the average or the median list price of properties that were listed in March of 2023 is about $300,000 more or higher than the median list price of properties that were listed in March of 2022. When we look at the actual numbers, so in March of 2023, the median list price of properties listed in Bay Ridge was $1.562 million, and this is up, as I said, about $300,000 relative to March 2022, when the median list price of property listed in Bay Ridge was $1.295 million. Next metric we'll be talking about is the close price to list price ratio. Now, as a homeowner, you're incredibly interested in this metric because it allows you to get a sense of how much value you're able to command out of the list price that you set for your home. So if we think of this example, let's say you put your property on the market for $1 million and you end up selling it for $1 million. Well, that would mean that your close price to list price ratio is 1 or 100%. And this is because you are able to sell your property for the full amount that you listed it for. Now, in March of 2023, the close price to list price ratio in Bay Ridge was 98%, meaning if you listed your property and you sold it in March of 2023, on average, you could have expected to gain and command about 98% of the value out of the list price that you set for your home. Now, this number is up 1 percentage point from March of 2022, where the close price to list price ratio was 97%. So essentially what this means is that homeowners in Bay Ridge for the month of March, relative to last year, are able to command a little bit more value out of the list price that they set for their homes. Now, the next metric we'll be talking about is the median sales price of homes in Bay Ridge. So we'll be comparing March of this year, so properties that sold in March of 2023 compared to properties that sold in March of 2022. So in March of 2022, the median sales price of homes in Bay Ridge was $1.25 million. This is up about $300,000 to the median sales price of homes that sold this year to $1.549 million. So the trend that we're pretty much seeing in the Bay Ridge real estate market, at least for the first quarter of the year, the calendar year 2023, is that we're seeing an increase in the close price to list price ratio. And so effectively, we're also seeing an increase in the sales price, which makes sense. Now, what this means is that homeowners in Bay Ridge are placing their properties on the market for $300,000 more than they were this time last year. And they're also selling their properties that they list for $300,000 more than they did this time last year. Hey there, if you're enjoying the content so far, feel free to like, feel free to subscribe, and let's keep going. All right, so the next metric we'll be talking about is the number of homes sold. So in March of 2023, there were 7 homes which sold in Bay Ridge, and this is down from 17 homes which sold in Bay Ridge in March of 2022, so the same time period last year. Now, if you remember, this is the same exact pattern that we saw last month when we did the February market update video for Bay Ridge, right? We saw that we were selling fewer homes relative to the same time period last year. However, sale prices had actually increased relative to the same time period last year. So it's just interesting to keep in mind, despite the fact that buyers are pulling back, we're not seeing that same pattern reflective yet in terms of the prices that you're listing homes for, as well as the prices that we're selling homes for. But this is something that might change as the year continues to unfold. The next metric we'll be talking about is the median number of days on the market. So this metric gives us a sense of, well, how long does it take for a property to get from list date to contract signing date when it's pulled off the market. So in March of 2022, we saw that it took on average about 5.5 months for a property to get from list date to contract signing date. In March of 2023, we did see that number come down a bit to 4 months, so 1.5 months faster than it did last year. So properties are selling about 6 weeks faster this year relative to the same time period last year or the year before. And again, this is the same pattern that we saw in February, whereby we saw that properties were being listed for higher prices, they were selling for higher prices, they were selling for much faster than they were in the year prior, but we're seeing a fewer number of buyers relative to the same time period the year before. Now, another pattern that we're seeing in the data is, given the fact that we're listing more properties each month than we're actually selling, you can expect there to be a slowdown in the coming months in the Bay Ridge real estate market, whereby you'll see more properties just kind of sitting on the market, idling on the market as days on the market increases, and this is definitely going to bring about some price reduction. So we can definitely expect to see that in these coming months. Now, if you are a homeowner and you're thinking of placing your Bay Ridge property on the market, click on the link below to gain access to an exclusive list of the top things you need to do before you sell your Bay Ridge home. All right, so that sums up my market update video for the month of March for Bay Ridge. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something new, and I hope to see you in the next one.